Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I must start with today's morning show. Me, I don't sleep, go as in that win yesterday, all lost my brain. I even wake up late. I record this video like 12 o'clock. So when I just get patience, and the show will come out late. All right, let's proceed. Now, so Steve Nicole, one of the ESPN pundits. So I was yesterday after the game, I was busy watching many punditry, ESPN, BBC, Talk Sports. I watch a lot of them. So Steve Nicole, when they talk, say at this point now, only Arsenal can stop Arsenal from winning the league. Only Arsenal, because Arsenal have everything. Like you can't find a genuine reason why Arsenal can fail. No be just him. Imo, they do not know how. Remember, I say before the game, about 6 pundits, Ian Dark, all of them, about 6 pundits in that studio, all of them say Arsenal will win comfortably. You get nobody gives Spurs a chance. So after the match, they call the talk and say, we saw it coming. You get Spurs no do anything. The first half was like one-way riot. You get say apart from that, I think Stephen Nico say apart from that ball where Richarlison wipe, we can enter. Like Spurs didn't really do nothing. Okay? They don't do anything inside the game. They didn't look like they wanted to do something. See, the approach of Thomas Frank was a big mistake. At least I don't say because the approach was we don't want to get beat. Like we want to stop them from beating us. You get because they don't say if they come outside, they go worse. So they don't want to get beat. By the end of the day, it really backfired. I guess so. I enjoyed all the analysis. Even Craig Bally the ball itself. You see that's why they tell talk say Man City is just one bad game away from that narrative where they say, oh, Man City is coming from that narrative to second round and come back to Arsenal and I'm waiting everybody to talk yesterday and today now. Now they hear Steve Nicole now, only Arsenal can stop Arsenal. But a week ago, he was one of those that were saying, Man City is coming. Oh, they are coming. They are coming. Because Steve Nicole, now one of people will be saying, now Liverpool fan in be. So they always talk, forget all this. Many of them don't want to make Arsenal win the league. But at this point, they just don't have a choice than to sing the praises of Arsenal. So now, so it just really big. Now, when you look at football London, even Carragher said, when they talk the same thing, where Steve Nicole they talk, Carragher say he's naming the only thing that can stop Arsenal from winning the league. When you look at the football London report, the report long, but just go straight to the points where they give quotation marks. The only thing that can stop them is their own heads, their own mentality. Maybe the crowd gets nervous in March and April, the league is still up for grabs by then. So Carragher is also saying the same thing Steve Nicole is saying, say, nobody can stop this Arsenal side. Give it to Arsenal. Say now only Arsenal can stop themselves because when it comes to injuries, we have like mad injuries compared to other teams, but we have the depth. We have that mad depth to cure those problems. You get look at yesterday, no even say Magalhaes no dey. Or the only place they go no say no dey Shana when we wan play corner, when we wan play free kick. Normally, all of us go to look where Magalhaes dey, where Magalhaes dey. But this time around, who you want to look? Right? We're really looking at nobody. Yes, but Nkapa really gave a good showing of himself. So now so it's going to be until when Arsenal will draw one match now. Maybe Man City can win. The narrative will switch again. Man City is coming because I was watching my Richards. Oh, regardless of if Arsenal is 10 points ahead of Man City can still go that run. We know them in December, they can go that run. We know they can do it. Baba, nobody get any monopoly of any running for this league. Say they go look you the run 15 games unbeaten run. Say, gone are those days. Gone are those days. Those era is gone, far gone. Don't try am now. Don't do am. One person go see run you back. That one Shola, you get 100% faith in that. Now, away from that, Ian Wright self come outside when they talk about the match. So Ian Wright when they react, when they talk about what's in the ability to do. He got to say himself almost join this Tottenham Hotspur because he got to say when I signed for Arsenal, like I said, me and David Rokas we spoke for hours about what it's like to play for Tottenham Hotspur. But I didn't dream of scoring a hat-trick against them because that would have been too much. My own was just to get one goal in my first game against Spurs. That would have been great. But with everything he has been through, to score a hat-trick on his North London derby, his debut, it's amazing, especially in this season. This season where question marks are still around him as he has settled in properly, he's still trying to find his way in the Arsenal side, and that will just help him. It's the kind of thing he has achieved. I don't think he will realize till the season has ended, hopefully, when Arsenal have won the league. Yes. So I like the fact say yesterday was a very Jesus night. He was in the spotlight. In fact, part of the team with ESPN Punditry team, they talk about now, when Odegaard does come back, probably against Bayern or against Chelsea, how will Arteta structure the team? Do you now take out Eze and put in Odegaard? Eze cannot go back to the left flank. Trossard is on fire. So what you go do? So for me, the best bet, because the opinions were divided. Some say you have to bring Odegaard back. He has class, this and that. He's the captain. Some say no, you can't bring him back. Me personally, let Odegaard stand on the bench. At Arsenal, there are no sacred cows. There are no sacred cows. Anybody can be replaced, and the show must go on. So for me, you can't isolate Eze now when they in form. He has to continue there, playing there. Ab initio, we're doing an experiment, putting him on the left side, putting him number 8, putting him number 10. Now, don't you say, in fact, do you know that yesterday, the formation we would normally play, nobody to play, we played a 4-2-3-1, which was why Eze was very, very close to the box 18 and he was close to Merino, they interchange. Compared to the 4-3-3 we play, we say normally Eze go there for the midfield, the far right 3. You get that position. Now they are number 10, they normally say, that's what they got to say. Compared to a 4-2-3-1, we say 89 they interface with Merino, directly behind Merino, flanked by Trossard and Bukayo Saka. So the question was expecting them to discuss on ESPN and all these different forums is, should Arsenal continue that 4-2-3-1 or revert to the 4-3-3? Now the thing where but nobody is talking about that one. So maybe they ask you that. Should we continue that 4-2-3-1? Because that 4-2-3-1 gives the ability, the freedom and the proximity in terms of closeness to the goal. Because if they play for that 4-3-3, number 10 on the far right, the distance from there to the goal, Baba, you get, even though yes, attacking wise in our goal, but compared to this one, it will make sense. And when you see what happened yesterday, like one of our community members, my DM, was telling me, you will see the way sports set up. Normal 3-4-2-1 collapse into a 5-4-1, and they have two players ganging up on Trossard and Bukayo Saka. Then the middle was very, very porous. That was why Eberechi was able to penetrate, and the 3 goals we scored, similar positions, you could have even scored the 4th. So when you look at that dynamics, especially against teams that play 9 men behind the ball, 10 men behind the ball against us, something we see 9 out of 10 times this week. Don't you think we should apply this particular approach to those games? But just know. Yeah, so I would like to hear your thoughts on this particular talking point, because it's missing in the media space. Nobody's even talking about that. Now, Gary Neville second share one worry we him gets for this Arsenal side. So when you read the title of the proper by Give Me Sport, you talk say the only player you'd be worried about losing for a period of time would be Declan Rice, because you can't replace Declan Rice. That's your Roy Keane, that's your Rodri, the player that holds you together. There's only one of them. What's it bring this talk? Now say Arsenal, when Saliba get injury, Mosquera fall in, he replace him. Gabriel Magalhaes don't get injury, Incapi don't fall in, he replace him. When Saka get injury, Madik himself fall in, he replace him. Odegaard get injury, Eze fall in, he replace him. That's like I say, out of all these players, see there is one particular player who say if he get injury, Arsenal no go fit replace him. It might not be this season. Okay, make I address that one first. Now, for that particular talking points, me, I don't actually agree with them, because this Arsenal side, they don't teach us something. But everybody have a replacement. The replacement will not give you the type of magnitudinal performance where the original person when they replace they give, but it will still be a decent cover. Mosquera is not Saliba, but when Mosquera came in, we felt his presence. Incapi is not Magalhaes, but when he came in, we felt his presence. Eze is not Odegaard, but when he came in, we felt his presence. Madueke is not Saka. Remember that I said, oh, you know, if you do like Saka, but when he came, we felt his presence. Now, so he don't always be. You get. Merino is not Gyökeres, but when he plays, we feel his presence. Now, so he go be. If Rice is missing, somebody will take that role and you will feel that person's presence. The person doesn't necessarily need to be Rice. Rice is Rice. But that person, you will feel in presence. So the argument just dead it. Now, the second part, now when they talk, say, Arsenal winning the league, it might not be this season. Because sometimes when you go on to win your first Premier League, you get consumed that, okay, now Champions League they talk. So you get consumed by that, and then you are done in the European game in midweek. The thing is, say, like waiting Piers Morgan talk, by March, you could see a situation whereby Arsenal have already wrapped up the league. By March, based on the points accumulated with the Boron gets, they go down there above everyone else. So they will come focus on Champions League. It could happen. Okay, Craig Boyle asked one question. Say, can you imagine? You are 12 games in. People are saying Arsenal have won the league already. It is unusual. And they want to mention another thing. Say, anything we don't do like 6 points, 7 points ahead of second or third, by this time, usually ends up winning the league. Usually. But you know, say when it comes to Arsenal, based on our historical antecedents, a lot of people feel we'll go still bottle the league. So until we prove this time around, say nothing like any bottling anything, say we'll go carry on, nobody will give us a chance. So from now to the end of the season, we'll see how everything will unfold at the end of the day. Now, away from that. All right, so for those who are aware, so Abilities don't join the exclusive North London Derby Hat-Trick Heroes Club for Arsenal. So far in the history of this North London Derby, only 4 hat-tricks. 9 don't happen. So Arsenal put on the official website. Abilities has gone from admired Arsenal talents or historic status in the space of one early evening in North London. Our number 10 hits a hat-trick down. His hat-trick down Tottenham Hotspur at Emirates Stadium, and Sunday's roaring 4-1 victory, sending on 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. So they explain how Abilities makes sense. So they can say the first person to get this hat-trick, Ted Drake. I'm reading from the last paragraph. Ted Drake was the first to achieve this feat in 1934, with Alan Sunderland, the last person before Sunday, we abilities to do up. Sunderland doing on for 1978. Now, Terry Dyson is the only person who don't manage these achievements for Tottenham Hotspur, and they even put pictures of those players. So this is Terry Drake, October 20, 1934. You get where we beat Tottenham Hotspur 5-1. I must see the picture then. See the boots where they wear going. Oh man, this guy be like giants. All right, so after so see Sunderland on December 23, 1978, we knock Spurs 5-0. He scored a trick for that one. Before abilities they can get your own feet, don't add the name to the history books. So himself can run and you get. Now, away from that, I couldn't see before the match we Arsenal play the giant tifo where Arsenal puts. These streets are our own. The Arsenal. The thing big with all the fireworks, blah, 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 blah. You go see picture of Bukayo Saka, you go see Thierry Henry, Odegaard, also Campbell, Tony Adams, Magalhaes. It was crazy with the fireworks and everything. Now, can you say Ability got the 400th hat-trick in the Premier League history today? This is the hat-trick, like the 400th for the history of the Premier League. Now, Ability's scorecard don't come aside. So 3 goals, 4 shots on target, 100% successful dribbles, 20 accurate passes, 4 recoveries, 6 ground duels won, 100% tackles won, 45 touches. Agbabola, Agbabola, the guy they play, So the Tifo, when I watched the thing, I was wow. Now, after the match, so Magalhaes going to tag Richarlison based on their banter level now. So Saliba can't give a weapon, give a ammunition when we take enter Richarlison. Saliba can't post this picture. Magalhaes can't post that. Say, oui, Messi. See, I pity for the boy. You have to pity this boy according to the mood. Now, away from that, so is after the game, because it say it has really worked out. Even the declaration said re-echo the same sentiment when they said post you say the move to Arsenal has really worked out. The guy they just did very, very proud. Now, the point they ask Arteta, say again for I think it was in the summer where they talk about selling Trossard. Say Trossard need to leave, sign contracts, do this, they find money. You don't agree deal to sign for Fenerbahce, all those rumors. Arteta say, well, Arteta on the noise around the summer. He said, for me, it was forbidden. That's a big word. Forbidden for him to leave. No chance. I know the player that he is. And surrounded with the players that we have, he's a player that is going to make a difference for us. It was one of the best games he has had at Arsenal. So aggressive with and without the ball, so effective. He could have scored another 1 or 2 goals, and he was involved in so many positive actions. So that's what we need. Yes. Now, away from that, also, even Ricardo Calafiri, when they talk about the game, he can't describe what I felt today on the pitch. Simply unbelievable. What an atmosphere, what a team, what a performance. Let's keep going with this fire inside. Very, very key. Even Arteta wife herself was not let start. So she called it talk, say, enjoying the season so far. That's why Lorena on Instagram say, "Oh my, the way the season ago, say she did bad one because she said know how painful it is for Arsenal to be finishing second in quick successions." And I thought that they come home, so she knows say they did very very happy. And remember, say there is historical antecedents so they try to match. Arsenal don't finish second 3 times in a row before. The fourth time they win the league. We are trying to replicate that history, to match that history. But we will see. Many of you may not even know that history. That there was a time Arsenal finished second in 3 times in a row, back. Come go on to so now what do they say? Can Arsenal do it again? Well, the jury is still out. Look at the watch. Now, Thomas Frank can they like defend himself because a lot of people have called for him to be sacked. Many fans they para for him, say he don't lose matches against Tottenham Hotspur's biggest rival. He lose against Chelsea with a goal XG of 0.01, then Arsenal 0.07. You get so it don't really make sense. Why you set up defensively, remove your talisman, all those kinds of things. So him can the expense see. I'm a very big believer that no matter what system you play, you can be successful. I completely understand the question and I will always take the full responsibility. The full responsibility will always be on me today when we didn't perform. I picked a team that played 5-4-1, although I changed it at halftime. Very clever in the minutes into it, and Arsenal scored 3-0. Then the rest is history after that. Yes. But people's grievance. Now, why did you do that 5-4-1? Well, make I tell you one thing. Now, because they lose, if say they play that 5-4-1, can't win, people will not have the same reaction. They will say he's a tactician, he's a genius. Pep Guardiola tried to do this and got a draw. You get. If you say Pep lose, now the same reaction where Thomas Frank they collect, now Pep will collect. Even the draw where Pep collect, they still give that reaction, but not fully. You get. If say Baba play this 5-4-1 and I can't draw, people will say yes, at least you went there to do what you needed to do to collect the points. It is high time all these pundits understand that going to the Emirates Stadium to play Arsenal is a tough battle. It is not easy. There's a 90% chance you are going to get beaten mercilessly. So you when they come, you go prepare yourself not to lose. The Emirates Stadium is now a big fortress. No matter how big you are, no matter how defensive, outstandingly good you are, go and ask Atletico Madrid. If you come here, you go testify. We are not even in our like big, tough, like highest strengths. You get we say that maybe 70-80% capacity. Waiting will come when everybody don't come back. So now what people will need to understand. So you expecting Thomas Frank to come here and follow us and play tiki-taka, follow us and play attacking football? Are you like do you know, are you a student of history? Do you know history? You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. They always come here. If they come attack, they will collect. Why do you want them to come here and attack? So some of our response is they don't put all these type of things into consideration when they do their own analysis. So that's why Frank on the talk. Now, you can say at the end of the day, what I would say is that no matter if we played another system, we needed to still be more aggressive and better in the duels. That doesn't matter to the system, but I need to take responsibility for everything today. It's concerning, of course. We are working very hard to try and make that the team better. And sometimes it's not only playing and finding a nice pass, but also in a game like this, if you see some of the situations where they won it high, Arsenal, then they were a little bit more open space. We didn't win enough. Well, I just come up for this Thomas Frank attack because the man just try to defend himself the way people they enter the man. Yes, at the end of the day, he can't apologize to Tottenham Hotspur fans for the thing when he let them go through. Match never even said don't come up for stadium. Yes. Now they can't even they ask Arteta why he choose Piero Hincapi to play this particular match to replace Gabriel Magalhaes. So Babacon they explain say this Hincapi where you see this guy has won the Bundesliga. You get, but many people think no. He has a lot of games that he has played, a lot of football on his legs. You get. So he said we believed that it was the best partnership to start with today. We are going to have the absence of Gabi for a few weeks, and we want to replace that stability that we had in the past. You get. Now, on the second slide, he has won the league in Germany. For his age already, he has a lot of football in his legs. So you need to understand the thought process of Arteta. Me personally, I don't really know I'm happy because naturally safe. Now be the natural left-sided centre back. The next natural person is Calafiori, not even Mosquera. If it comes to the hierarchy of people supposed to replace Magalhaes, if push comes to shove, na Calafiri in Capi. Before you want to talk about Mosquera. Yes, so now the way it's supposed to be. So at the end of the day, I'm quite happy. See, everything turned out in our favor. We got our desired 3 points. Everywhere good, everywhere simple. Now, away from that, let's bring you a message from one of our sponsors in Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria. They're calling you to come and support our darling Super Eagles. Come and shower them with enough support to get in their endeavors. So if you're interested to join this prestigious club, so contact Prince Ademola Alawade on 08034215314. So follow them also on IG and Facebook on Super Eagles Supporters Club of Nigeria. So if you're interested, the number has been at the bottom of the screen for long. So copy it and get in touch with him ASAP. Also, we will bring you a message from another of our sponsors, Mr. Uche. Yes. We get this Toyota RAV4 2007 model. This is an American spec, a Tokumboka 6-cylinder engine. The mileage is 110,225 kilometers. The location of this car is Lagos. So if you're interested, contact Mr. Uche on +2347038869667. The car is very affordable and he wants to sell it for 10 million naira. So if you're interested, the number is at the bottom of the screen. Get in touch with him strictly on WhatsApp ASAP. Make una run on a business. Now, away from that, when you check the Arsenal website, they can put out this fantastic story. The incredible North London derby record Arteta has maintained. Since Arteta became a player and has become a manager for Arsenal, he never lose for home. This North London derby. Our 4-1 North London derby success over Tottenham Hotspur was notable for numerous reasons. Now, having extended our unbeaten run in all competitions to maintain our lead at the top of the Premier League table, we also strung a 4th straight win against our rivals to ensure their 15-year wait for a win at our home as it continues. Say it don't be like 15 years now where Spurs win us for the Emirates Stadium, and that wait will continue. Only God know where they go get that kind of thing, because he had. And I remember the pre-match analysis when they asked Obasato, say, do you see Arsenal losing? He said, you know, see possible. Possible. Like just the way you get, because on that day, you go be like one kind of energy for where you don't know where the energy come from, your entire body. You say today, say, when don't have a special occasion, they say Arsenal they put tifo. You let you know, say these streets are our own. Because that's part of our anthem. You get to let Tottenham want to say, for we know they play, I go collect. Now, Shearer got the praise unplayable Arsenal star and names their most likeliest title challengers. In everything, Shearer got the talk say, well, we still need to be wary of Manchester City. But one thing we need to understand is, say, Man City are at an arm's length. Teams, we go still lose for this league. Man City go still lose. We go draw, they go draw, everybody will still draw points. So maybe they know they make and look like, say, maybe now only Arsenal will drop and everybody will win. No. There was a time I told our community, I told you that on the balance of probabilities, when you look at Arsenal, you look at Man City, you look at Liverpool, check out teams that are more probable to drop points. Arsenal will not be number 1 there. Arsenal will not be number 2 there. Arsenal will be number 3 on the balance of probabilities. Why? Because we have a stable defense. We have good depth. And when it comes to Man City, no matter the attacking prowess, they still don't have a good defense. Look at Liverpool. No matter the attacking prowess, the players they have on paper, they're very good. They still don't have a stable defense. The attacking, there's no cohesion there. There's no camaraderie in their team. So when you look at all these different variables, you come to the inevitable conclusion that we have the best team, like Henry said yesterday. So the tag of favorites that people have given us, we need to start enjoying that tag, wear it on our sleeve, start acting like that tag. So I think with Henry 100% on what in talk. So behave like that favorite that people are calling you. That's the way it will be. Now, Shearer, coming back to Shearer, he was speaking on the Rest is Football podcast. Shearer said, you could just tell that Eberichize was having the best day of his life. He was absolutely loving it. Getting on the ball, flicks and tricks, like everything he was doing was going in his favor. He was unplayable, really, and Spurs got it all wrong. The amount of space they allowed him and others to go and do their stuff, but it was just fantastic. He just looked as if he belonged there. He was lapping up the applause and everything else was getting good on him. He was unplayable, basically, and it was absolutely fantastic. So there's no two ways that you can talk about it. In fact, before I come say make I ever record the show, I can't watch Talk Sports. So they say Piers Morgan first entered the show, but they asked, where is Jimmy O'Hara? Where is O'Hara that always badmouths Arsenal? Oh, Arsenal can never win the league. Arsenal can do this. Arsenal cannot do that. Where is he? I hope he's hiding his face and he remains silent forever. Oh, then later O'Hara go enter studio. What I start to the people the para. Say Tottenham Hotspur disgrace am. Our tactics to go at Arsenal was to just go and defend. We didn't want to get beaten. Say na rubbish tactics. Say even though he agree, say Arsenal they better than Tottenham Hotspur, but it doesn't mean you go there and just they don't roll you over. You go there and compete. This is not the cup final. Go there, give a good showing. If you compete and at the end of the day you lose, people will know okay you gave your best. But you went there and just went there and say, okay, please, oh, you can beat me, but don't beat me enough. O'Hara they cry just as it says. You don't go cry, okay? Tears full everywhere. I say confirm. That's supposed to be. You get. Like not every day with the bad mouth and they run your mouth. I was proud, man. I was proud. You get. So also let's give you another message from another of our sponsor in Mobile Health Associates and Co Limited. So they're into construction services, renting, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you call them on +234 80646422 34, and they're located at number 7 Ekenwa Road, or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, number 5 is Steve Nicole and even Jimmy Carragher. They talk say at this point now, not only Arsenal, if you stop Arsenal, nobody if you stop Arsenal. In fact, all eyes to the Bayern match in the Champions League. Make we see whether Bayern get enough firepower to disrupt within Arsenal they build. If Arsenal can't beat Bayern, which I expect them to do anyway, because I'm proud of my team, I'm confident. If we beat Bayern, Baba, it will be a very big statement. Everybody for Champions League, because I'm not be looking now. For Champions League, now big statements will be to solidify that our first position. Say, this season, go Serie Moscow, we know they play. All right, man, that's all of us. I think it's a fine place for us to call the show. And then, so when you look at the biggest news of the day, people don't talk. So till then, it's like come your way in the evening. So till then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like, guys. Ciao.